His name was Kato, 28 years old. Once, he was untouchable. State champion, full ride scholarship. The guy everyone said would go pro. But life doesn't care about your potential. It cares about what you do when no one's watching. And Kato stopped running. Not just from the track. From everything. The discipline died first. Then the body followed. Then the respect. By the time he realized what he'd become, he was stacking boxes in a warehouse at 6 a.m., breathing heavy from walking upstairs, avoiding mirrors like they were enemies. But mirrors don't lie, and neither does the internet. The fault it happened on a Wednesday. He was scrolling during lunch break when he saw it. A video, posted by someone he used to race against someone he used to destroy, Takeshi. The caption read, "Saw an old legend today, or what's left of him." The video showed Kato walking out of a convenience store. Slow, heavy, unrecognizable. The comments were worse than the video. Bro fell off. From track star to truck stop. This is what happens when you quit. 2 million views in 36 hours. His phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Old teammates, coaches, even his ex-girlfriend sent a message. "I heard, I'm sorry." Sorry. Like he was already dead? That night, Kato sat in his car outside the warehouse. Engine off. Hands shaking. He wanted to cry, but nothing came out. Just this hollow, burning rage that had nowhere to go. He looked at his reflection in the rearview mirror, and for the first time in years, he didn't look away. "You did this," he whispered. "You let yourself become this." And then something cracked. Not hope, not motivation, something colder. Decide. Right there in that parking lot under a flickering streetlight, he made a promise. Not to the world, to himself. "I'm going to show up where he least expects me, and I'm going to bury him." But he didn't know what that decision would cost him. If you're still watching this, you know what that moment feels like. The moment you stop making excuses and start making moves. Stay with me. Because what happens next changes everything. Kato didn't post about it, didn't tell anyone, didn't buy new gear or take a day one photo. He just started. 4:17 a.m. every single morning. No music, no phone, just him and the road. The first week he couldn't run for more than 90 seconds without stopping. His lungs burned. His knees screamed. People driving by probably thought he was dying, but he kept going. Because no one was watching. And that's exactly why it mattered. While Takeshi was posting gym selfies and motivation quotes, Kato was in the dark. While old teammates were tagging each other in comeback videos, Kato was running hills until he threw up. While the world moved on and forgot about him, he was becoming something they couldn't recognize. 3 months in, something shifted. He ran 5 miles without stopping. Not fast, not pretty, but unbroken. He stood in his driveway, drenched in sweat, chest heaving, and he smiled. Not because he was proud, because he finally remembered what it felt like to not quit. That's the secret no one tells you. The first win isn't external, it's internal. It's the moment you prove to yourself that you're not the person you were yesterday. If this story is hitting different, do me one favor. Hit that like button, not for me. For the version of you that's about to do something everyone thinks you can't. Let's keep going. Month 7. Kato's pace was dropping. Weight was falling off. He looked like a different person. Then, during a long run, his knee buckled. Sharp, instant wrong. He limped home, iced it, tried again the next day. Worse. The doctor's words hit like a freight train. Stress fracture, you need to stop. At least 8 weeks. 8 weeks. 2 months. The marathon he'd been secretly targeting was in 14 weeks. He sat in his apartment that night staring at his running shoes. All that work, all that silence, all that pain, for nothing. The old voice came back. "See, you're not built for this anymore, just stop." And for 48 hours, he almost listened. But on the 3rd morning, at 4:17 a.m., he laced up his shoes. Not to run, to walk. If he couldn't run, He'd walk. If he couldn't walk fast, he'd walk slow. But he wouldn't stop moving. That's the difference between people who transform and people who try. When the plan breaks, they don't. They adapt. They adjust. They refuse to stop. 6 weeks later, the knee healed, and Kato ran again. Slower than before, weaker than before, but still running. 11 months after that video went viral, Takeshi posted again. He was competing in a regional marathon, celebrating his dominance, talking about how legends never fade. Kato saw the post, and he registered for the same race. No announcement, no warning, just his name on the roster. The morning of the race, people didn't recognize him. 79 pounds lighter, lean, focused, silent. When Takeshi saw him at the start line, his face went pale. Kato didn't respond. He just stared forward. The gun fired. And for 26.2 miles, Kato ran like a man possessed. Not against Takeshi, against every version of himself that quit. Every excuse, every moment, he chose comfort over pain. Takeshi tried to keep up, but you can't outrun someone who's been running in the dark for a year. Kato crossed the line first, not by a little, by 4 minutes. He didn't celebrate, didn't post, didn't say a word. He just walked to his car, sat down, and finally let himself breathe. Because the win wasn't about Takeshi. It was never about Takeshi. It was about proving to himself that the person he became in silence was stronger than the person the world remembered. Here's what they don't tell you about transformation. It's not loud. It's not viral. It's not a movie montage with perfect lighting and a soundtrack. It's 4 a.m. when no one's watching. It's choosing pain when comfort is right there. It's running when your body says stop. It's getting back up when the plan falls apart. It's not a movie montage with perfect lighting and a soundtrack. It's 4 a.m. when no one's watching. It's choosing pain when comfort is right there. It's running when your body says stop. It's getting back up when the plan falls apart. Your life is still loading. The person you're becoming is being built in the dark. And when you finally step into the light, they won't recognize you, but you will. And that's the only recognition that matters. If you're ready to become unrecognizable, subscribe. Because I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to remind you who you're capable of becoming. Now go. Your 4 a.m. is waiting.